Step into the sepia-tinged corridors of memory, where the glow of the cathode ray tube flickers with the promise of nostalgia. The year was 1961 when television screens welcomed an unconventional star, one with hooves instead of heels and a penchant for witty repartee. Mr. Ed, they called him, a horse of a different comedic color. Do you recall that first encounter, that initial flicker of surprise as his velvety voice resonated through the speakers, defying the realm of equine expectations? Perhaps you chuckled at his equine antics, those sly glances that seemed to transcend the ordinary barriers of communication. Picture yourself now, dear reader, transported back to those bygone days. Can you summon the echoes of laughter from your past, the recollections of Mr. Ed's shenanigans that glued you to the screen? Was it the slapstick scenarios that had you in splits, or the underlying charm of a quirky friendship that etched itself into your heart? But let's not merely dwell in reminiscence, for here's the curtain rising on a new act, the fascinating anecdotes that dance around the making of this television marvel. Imagine a horse, not just any horse, but one with a taste for peanut butter, an oddity that birthed the myth of Ed's secret talking technique. And did you know that the uncredited voice behind Mr. Ed was none other than Alan Lane, who once lent his vocal dexterity to the legendary cowboy character, Red Rider? So, as we venture into the realm of tidbits and trivia, let these fragments of the past swirl around you like confetti from a forgotten parade. With each fact, a mosaic of Mr. Ed's legacy takes shape, drawing us closer to a show that defied the norm and galloped its way into hearts across generations. And thus, dear traveler through time, let's ride this current of curiosity together as we uncover more about the show that turned a horse into a household name. For there's magic woven into those black and white frames, a kind of enchantment that leaves hoofprints on the sands of memory. Let's journey forth, for the past beckons, and Mr. Ed awaits, ready to regale us with tales of yesteryears. Mr. Ed, a 1961 TV series, originated from the mind of producer Arthur Lubin. This iconic show featured the titular character, a talking horse named Mr. Ed, and his owner, Wilbur Post, played by Alan Young. The unique premise revolved around the humorous interactions between Wilbur and Mr. Ed, with the horse sharing his witty insights only with Wilbur. The series gained popularity for its lighthearted and family-friendly humor, blending slapstick comedy with the surreal element of a talking horse. Mr. Ed's voice was provided by Alan Lane and later by Rock Hudson. This distinctive style set it apart from other sitcoms of the time. Mr. Ed left a significant impact on popular culture. The show's catchy theme song and the image of a talking horse became enduring symbols of classic television. It ran for 6 seasons, leaving an indelible mark on viewers, and inspiring references in various later media. Digging into some intriguing aspects of the show, the interior scenes of the Post's house were filmed on a soundstage, while the exterior scenes used an actual house in the San Fernando Valley. The innovative use of special effects brought Mr. Ed's conversations to life, showcasing the technical creativity of the time. A testament to its enduring appeal, Mr. Ed continues to be remembered fondly by those who enjoyed its unique blend of humor and whimsy. Its legacy lives on in the annals of television history, a charming reminder of an era filled with imaginative storytelling and laughter. Enduring bonds, the unbreakable friendship behind Mr. Ed in the annals of television history. Few partnerships have proven as enduring as that of Alan Young and his equine co-star, Mr. Ed. Beyond the scripted lines and the camera's gaze, this dynamic duo's camaraderie continued to flourish long after the curtains fell on the set of the beloved 1961 TV series Mr. Ed. Contrary to the norm of professional relationships in Hollywood, Alan Young and Mr. Ed shared a profound connection that persisted beyond their on-screen antics. Young, who brought the amiable Wilbur Post to life, formed an exceptional bond with the titular talking horse. Beyond the sound stages and bright lights, Young could be found at trainer Lester Hilton's ranch, saddled up and riding Mr. Ed with the wind in their manes. This post-production companionship, replete with laughter and shared secrets, underscored a relationship far deeper than mere colleagues. Mr. Ed, a horse of discerning taste, proved enigmatic to all but one soul, his trainer, Lester Hilton. Fabled for his equestrian prowess, Hilton held the reins of Ed's trust. While the human ensemble of the show found themselves limited to bemused stares, Hilton commanded Ed's attention. On set, his constant presence was indispensable, directing the talking horse's actions with vocal cues and nuanced hand signals. Astoundingly, this extraordinary bond between man and horse transcended mere showmanship. As legend has it, Mr. Ed's enigmatic conversations were reserved exclusively for Wilbur Post, portrayed by Alan Young. This intriguing narrative thread, woven into the show's fabric, lent credence to the notion that Mr. Ed, with all his equine wisdom, found only one human worthy of his dialogue. In a world where fleeting Hollywood friendships are as commonplace as studio lots, the lasting companionship of Alan Young and Mr. Ed stands as a testament to the authenticity forged beyond the scripted lines. Their off-screen adventures and shared moments of equine camaraderie remain etched in the annals of television lore, a testament to the enduring power of friendship, even when it traverses the seemingly insurmountable human-animal barrier. Indeed, behind the charmed veneer of Mr. Ed, a tale of unbreakable bonds emerges, where a man and his horse shared a connection as timeless as the show itself. And in this tale, the heartwarming truth shines forth. Friendships, unlikely and enduring, have the power to traverse the realms of fiction and reality alike. Unveiling the main secret behind Mr. Ed's TV magic in a candid interview, Alan Young, the lead of the iconic 1961 TV series Mr. Ed, revealed a behind-the-scenes twist that escaped the monochrome screens of yesteryears. Young's naturally dark blonde hair posed an unexpected challenge. On the black and white film, his hair hue inexplicably melded with Mr. Ed's distinctive shade, diluting the visual magic of the talking horse. The show's makeup virtuoso hatched a creative solution. Collaborating with Connie, Hines' personal hairdresser, they transformed Young's hair into a strikingly darker hue. This strategic chromatic shift set Young apart from his equine co-star, granting each character a spotlight they rightfully deserved. Notably, post-show, Young emancipated his locks, allowing them to reclaim their original shade. Yet, Mr. Ed's enigma wasn't confined to hair color. Amid the laughter-laden takes and scripted horseplay, the titular character harbored an appetite that could rival a ranch's pantry. Mr. Ed's daily sustenance comprised a staggering 20 pounds of hay, washed down by a gallon of sweet tea. An equine gourmet of peculiar tastes, indeed. Not just a whimsical tale of a man and his gabby four-legged companion, Mr. Ed bore witness to corporate partnerships that mirrored the era's zeitgeist. The Studebaker Corporation, a dominant force in the automobile realm, secured the role of the original sponsor. Beyond mere branding, Studebaker also provided the sleek cars and rugged trucks that graced the show's sets, underscoring the inherent bond between entertainment and industry. In the annals of television history, Mr. Ed prances as a symbol of innovation, be it taming hair hues to ensure visual distinction or crafting an equine character with a legendary appetite. The show's enigmatic allure owes much to these lesser-known facets that now shimmer in the spotlight of retrospection. Mr. Ed, a horse of many talents on set in the annals of television history, few shows have achieved the quirky charm and enduring popularity of the 1961 series Mr. Ed. While the titular horse couldn't vocally communicate, he had a knack for the unexpected. Contrary to the norm, Mr. Ed truly could answer the telephone, albeit without words. This equine thespian's adeptness at interacting with props added a layer of intrigue to the show's unique premise. Beyond the equine antics, Wilbur Post, portrayed by Alan Young, brought an unexpected backstory. Post, the hapless architect who found himself as Mr. Ed's sole confidant, had his own education rooted in architecture. His character's claim of studying at UCLA was more than just a plot device. It was a nod to a real-life pursuit. While the show brought smiles to many faces, its equine star sometimes yearned for an early exit. Mr. Ed, when weary of his on-screen responsibilities, would unceremoniously saunter off the set, a reminder that even the most cooperative of animal actors had their limits. Mr. Ed captured the imagination of viewers by weaving together humor, camaraderie, and an unparalleled partnership between man and horse. Behind the scenes, the show's subtle nods to reality and its equine star's spirited autonomy added layers of intrigue to the beloved sitcom. So, the next time you catch a rerun of Mr. Ed, remember the horse who answered calls without words, the UCLA-educated architect who conversed with him, and the times when the four-legged star dictated the pace. unveiling Mr. Ed's equine stand-in, a hidden Hollywood secret in the annals of television history. Few characters have left an indelible mark like Mr. Ed, the talkative equine sensation of the 1960s. Yet, behind the scenes of this classic showbiz marvel lay a well-guarded secret that now comes to light. Mr. Ed had a doppelganger named Pumpkin, a quarter horse with an uncanny resemblance, save for a telltale gold spot on his white blaze. Pumpkin, much like his on-screen counterpart, possessed the same charm and charisma that made Mr. Ed a household name. The golden spot on Pumpkin's blaze, though endearing, posed a challenge when he stepped in for Ed. Ingenious Hollywood makeup artists came to the rescue, employing dabs of white makeup to conceal the distinctive spot, ensuring a seamless visual transition between the two equine stars. Mr. Ed's behind-the-scenes maneuver underscores the lengths to which the show's creators went to maintain the illusion, captivating audiences with the comedic banter between Wilbur and his four-legged confidant. And as fans of the show may recall, there's more to the story than just appearances. The show's iconic theme song, a tune that has transcended generations, took on its lyrical form in an unexpected episode, Pageant Show, during the inaugural season. For the first 7 episodes, the catchy melody danced alone in the airwaves, a prelude to the forthcoming lyrical unveiling. The addition of lyrics to the theme song lent a deeper connection to the equine star's antics, seamlessly weaving into the show's fabric. And what of the voice that lent Mr. Ed his unmistakable vocal charisma? Alan Lane, a former cowboy star, was the maestro behind the curtain, serenading audiences with his unmistakable tones. But Lane's role was no ordinary performance. It was the sonic glue that bound Mr. Ed's antics with his unmistakable speech. This revelation adds another layer to the show's mystique, highlighting the meticulous craftsmanship that brought this equine sitcom to life. In retrospect, Mr. Ed emerges not only as a beloved sitcom, but also as a masterclass in Hollywood ingenuity. From the enigmatic voice to the equine understudy, every facet of the show was carefully curated to transport viewers to a world where a horse's musings could tickle the funny bone. As Pumpkin took up his role, that gold spot obscured, and Alan Lane lent his vocal finesse, the magic of Mr. Ed became an enduring testament to the artistry of television's golden era. As we bid adieu to the enchanting world of Mr. Ed, it's as if we're gently closing the pages of a treasured book, but the stories within will forever remain alive in our hearts. Just like Wilbur and his beloved talking horse, this show has trotted through the corridors of time, leaving hoofprints of laughter, warmth, and nostalgia. As you reflect upon your personal connection with this 1961 TV series, you might find yourself transported back to simpler times, when the clatter of hooves and the witty repartees were enough to light up your day. Perhaps it's the banter between Wilbur and Mr. Ed that resonates with your own conversations, or maybe it's the reminder that the most unlikely friendships can often be the most meaningful. Whether you're a lifelong fan or a recent discovery, your memories and thoughts about Mr. Ed are a vital thread in the rich tapestry of its history. This is an invitation to share those stories, those moments when the show became more than just a serious, it became a timeless connection to laughter and the magic of imagination. In the spirit of Mr. Ed and Wilbur, let's gather round the digital campfire and exchange our tales. What episode made you burst into laughter? Which character left an indelible mark on your heart? Whether it's a chuckle, a tear, or a piece of wisdom gained, your reflections enrich the legacy of Mr. Ed. Thank you for taking this whimsical journey with me, and for letting Mr. Ed prance his way into our discourse once again. Your time and fondness are deeply appreciated. Share your memories, and let's celebrate the four-legged icon that galloped through our lives, reminding us that a little bit of conversation can go a long way, spoken or otherwise. Yours in equine eloquence,